All right, let's get into this today. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kim, also known as the Joy Chemist. Every other day of the week during the day, I am the chief candle chemist at my company, Pure Chemistry. Listen, where we are the missing element to your aromatic experience. Listen, these candles coming. They coming when they supposed to come, but they coming, okay? So y'all be on the lookout for when they drop. For when God releases me to drop them. Listen, okay, so how y'all doing today? Y'all doing all right? What's going on? What's moving? What's shaking? We at another episode of KIMically Balanced. So welcome to KIMically Balanced. What is KIMically Balanced? I don't know yet. But we gonna find out together when God tells me what this is. But until then, I'm gonna be obedient and record. We gonna find out together. That's the fun part. When you find out with other people, you be like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what happened. It just happens. Well, listen, it happened because I told God yes. I'm yielding to the yes and I'm being obedient. So here we are. So listen, what's been on my heart for this episode is, listen, okay, so I've been giving God my yes. I've been giving God multiple yeses. Sometimes it's multiple yeses in a day. Sometimes it's multiple yeses in a week. But when I gave God my yes last year, I didn't know where it was going to take me, and I didn't know I would end up where I am today. And so part of that yes required me to have faith and trust in God like I've never trusted God and had faith before. When I tell you, child, listen here. So what did my yes do? Where did my yes take me? Where did my faith take me? So my faith and my yes took me to a conference back in September. It's called Activate Conference. It's with the KBN Kingdom Business Network. This amazing Kingdom Network. I'm telling y'all, like, if you ain't hip to the game, Google them, research them. You can find them on Clubhouse. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on the internet, and soon to find them on TV, okay? Because God is doing dope, amazing things, banging out here like never before, and it's only up from here. New levels, new heights, new language out here in these streets with KBN. So, if you need to get connected to a group or a crew that's doing things and that's giving God their yes and is allowing God to lead, hook up with KBN. I'm telling you, ever since I met them almost 2 years ago, been rocking ever since. And my life has changed, let me tell you. So I went to the KBN conference, Activate Conference, and I mean, it's in the name, you get activated, and I got activated on a whole new Kim. When I went to this conference, I was a newly walking in, filling out my confidence person. So when I showed up to the Activate Conference, I was like, look, I'm just happy to be here. I told God I wanted to be in the room. The year prior, I was on online. I was on Zoom. So I said, hey, I have to be in the room next year. That's it. That's a given. I must be in the room. And God was like, all right, you say yes, so I'm gonna let you get in the room. And I got in the room, and that's how I operated. Look, I'm just happy to be here. Hi, hello, how you doing? Me being all timid. Hi, good to meet you. I'm just happy to be here. And what that conference showed me, I can't even put it into words all the way. But when I tell you I left that conference on a whole nother level. So, okay, I just gotta tell you. So, what happened when I went to that conference? There was an opportunity to join a mentorship program. It's called TMM, the Master's Mind program for your business. When you come in this group, you come into the mentoring program, you get separated into accountability groups, number one. But we also meet weekly and learn new things we need to have for our business. So if you need operations, if you need to learn how to do webinars, if you need to learn how to do email lists, if you need to learn how to do what else was it, how to price out your products, or how to tier out your products if you have 3 levels of, or how many ever levels if you have of anything. Just it gives you so much information, y'all, so much information about how to do how to operate in your business, how to utilize the best things about your business, how to monopolize on it, capitalize, whatever words you can think of, and so much more you learn in TMM. And so I struggled, I hesitated, because I've never what's the word, not sewn into, I have never, it really is sewing into my own business. I've never invested that this amount of money into not only my business but myself. But it was an answered prayer, because I've been asking God, I'm like, look, God, I want to be able to do business right. I need somebody to be around me to not only have access to ask questions, but somebody that's all constantly gonna check in with me and see what's going on, or what I'm doing, and how I'm moving, how I'm shaking. Because I had the ideas, I had the vision, I just didn't know how to go about it. And some of my ideas and visions for my business and for what I'm supposed to do are so outside of this world, outside of my thinking capacity, just outrageous. Sometimes it'd be like, I don't know how that's gonna happen. So I think I'm just chill, because I see it. I can see the vision. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I don't know how that's gonna work out. So I'm gonna fall back. And I got to the point where I was sick of falling back so much for so long. I was like, nah, Kim, you have to do this. You have to invest. You know that you are destined for greater. You know that you're supposed to be doing something bigger than yourself. You know you're supposed to be doing something that's attached to not only yourself, not only your husband, not only your family, but to people out there that you don't even know yet, that's going to need you and somehow will find you or come across something that you do that they will need for their healing, for their journey, for their life. So with all that, I stepped out on faith. Called my husband to check in and be like, hold on, I want to make sure this is okay. He was like, yeah, I don't even know why you called and asked me. Cause I'm your wife, and before I make a major decision, I want to make sure you cool. But that was just confirmation for me that, yeah, this was God. Like, God already knew. And my husband was like, I don't even know why you asked me that question. God knew what was up. So I stepped out on faith, made the investment. And let me tell y'all, it's only been 3 months in, and it's been the best investment I've ever made in my life. Let me tell you something, okay? I haven't gotten as far as I've gotten in the last 3 months as I've been in business, well, with my candle business, my candle company, within the last 2 years, because I started my candle company in 2020, but Pure Chemistry has actually been up and running since 2015, if no one knew that. Pure Chemistry has been registered since 2015. So, but in these last 3 months, I've been moving and shaking. Let me tell you, my book finally dropped. If you didn't know, I am an author. My first book, Reaction of Grace, Journey to My Butterfly Exodus, is out, is published, is in the earth. It's available now on Amazon. It's also available on my website, purechemistry.com. Hit the shop section. You can go right to the book. If you order directly from me, you will get a signed copy. If you order from Amazon, it won't be signed, but you still get a copy. So either way, it's available out here in the streets. But I was able to plan and execute my book release and book signing party, and also in one of my accountability groups very early on, my group members gave me the idea to do a candle event, which is similar to a cake and sip, where or a sip and paint, where you come in and you paint a picture and you sip on wine or what have you, or you come in and you have music and you create your own personal cake and you have drinks and, you know, just a celebration, just something, an event that's something different, something to do. And I've been to plenty of cake and sips. I've been to sip and paints, and not once did it cross my mind to do a Wicks and wine. And so that was what the idea that they gave me, and I took that in and I received it, and I'm like, okay, that's an interesting idea. And lo and behold, it came back around to me that, hey, you can do a candle event for your after party for your book launch. Perfect idea. Shoot two birds with one stone. Boom, bap, and knock them out in one day. Now listen, I don't know, disclaimer, if anybody wants to do that and wants to do 2 events in one day, especially when you're brand new at it, God bless you, bless your heart and all your parts. I don't know if I would do it again I ain't no choice now. My first is my first, so it's knocked out of there. But I would pray to make sure you're supposed to do 2 events in one day, because your girl was tired. When I tell you I couldn't think all the way. I'm not Jamaican. I couldn't think all the way, man. Anyway, I be doing too much. I couldn't think all the way, and it took me down. I really needed to rest afterwards, but it was the most exciting thing I've done, and that I had the vision for, and it actually showed up, manifested, and came to pass. That was one of the best feelings. I'm like, God, you showed up and you did that for your girl? Because I said yes? Listen. It was so exciting. And I'm excited to do it again. I can't wait to see what happens for the next one. I will be doing another one. I just haven't narrowed down on a date yet, but I'm gonna go back to God and see what he want me to do, because he already know he got my yes. But it's just been a wild, exciting ride. Listen, I'm ignited and I'm excited. I am ignited and I am excited because, listen, when you get around people that has the similar mindset as you, that's about their business, that's want to get things done, that's want to get things accomplished, but not only that, to know that these things that we're doing are tied to our purpose, so we have to get them going, because what our purpose is tied to other people and other people's freedom and other people's lives. We have to get this stuff done. So in those moments when we don't feel like it and we hyping each other up, like, look, I know you don't feel like it, and you have every right to not feel like doing it, but get it in gear so you can get it done. You said you was gonna do it, now you got to do it. Listen, no investment, no amount of money is never not worth getting somebody that's in your corner, getting somebody that gets it and in your corner is gonna push you, and not only push you, but you can push them right back into what they're supposed to do. And it's such a divine, dope give and take relationship, and there's nothing lacking, nothing missing, nothing broken. And there's open communication, and everybody is willing to answer your questions. And even the leaders, the directors, everyone is just willing and wants to see you win. Okay. And we have our moments before we get into our meetings. We celebrate. Anybody got any wins from the week, we make sure we stop and celebrate them. It's just a complete whole program. And I was exposed to it because I said yes to go down to this conference. And not only that, even going back further, I was exposed because I said yes to get on an app that was unfamiliar to me. And I said yes to continuously showing up on this app, which is Clubhouse, to listen to what these people got to say. I was hungry to change my mindset. I'm hungry to change my position. I'm hungry to change my environment. I'm hungry to change the trajectory of my family and our legacy. And I'm hungry to help God get people to help them heal so He can change their lives. I was hungry to do all those things, and I'm still hungry to do that because I refuse to live life the way I've been living them these last 30 something years. My former will not look like my later. My former years will not look like my current and beyond years. They have to look different. And in order for me to see different, I had to say yes to different. And that means sacrificing and making an investment that I never saw myself making, but it's been worth every single penny, every single second, every single moment of the time that I've spent has not gone to waste. And so I guess my question is, if we are out here and we want to do stuff so different and we want to change up how our lives look, we want to make sure we're getting in our bags. We want to make sure our families are straight. You want to buy your mama a house. You want to buy your daddy a house. Listen, I want to buy both of them houses. You know, if you want to make sure your kids are straight, you want to make sure your grandkids are straight, you want to make sure your great-grands are straight, you want to make sure you walk into Walmart or something and you see somebody outside and you want to be able to give them something, and not only give them something small, but give them something that could change their life ultimately. Or if you just anything, if you want to donate to a charity, if you want to donate to multiple charities, if you want to be able to buy a car for somebody, what is it that you're going to do today? And who are you going to get around to make sure that dream and that vision come to life? Who are you partnering with? Because first of all, I'm gonna keep saying it, I partner with God. Holy Spirit, that's my crew. That's who I rock with. So you ain't gonna see me out here trying to do stuff in my own strength. First, that's number one. Let's get that out the way. I'm not doing nothing in my own strength because I'm not strong enough to do any of this stuff that I'm doing. I'm not strong enough to do any of this stuff that I'm doing and these faith moves that I'm making on my own. I have no choice but to rely on the strength of God and Holy Spirit to get through what I'm doing, and to still have joy in my heart, and to still laugh every day, and to still display the goodness of God. Ain't no way I can do this by myself. So I'm gonna get that off the rip, off top, just so we clear. That's who I partner with off top, because I had to partner with God in order to listen, to be still enough to listen. And I gave my yes, but then you have to yield till your yes. I said that in my first episode. You still you can give a yes, but you got to yield to it too. You can't just say yes and then that's it. Nah, yield to your yes. Submit to your yes. If you say yes, you're gonna do something, all right, sit your behind down and do whatever it is you need to do. And if you don't know exactly what you need to do, then you need to be asking God, what is it that I need to be doing today, so I can execute the plan and the vision that you have given me, so I can go out here and walk in my purpose and do what I need to do. So who are you partnering with? And not only who are you partnering with, but what kind of conversations are you having with people? Are you telling your vision and your purpose to people, to small-minded people that's not gonna get it, The small-minded people that's going to try to tear down what you given, what you see, what you wrote down. Because you know, if you have a vision, you need to write that down so you have something to reference. And that's why journaling is so important. I'm gonna keep talking about journaling. Journaling might come up in every episode, but who you talking to? What you saying? Should you be talking to that person? Think about that. Are you talking to somebody when you give them an idea or something and they're like, oh, that's a cute little idea? First of all, it's not little. Don't disrespect me like that. You can get on out of here if you're gonna disrespect, because it's not little. Because you'll be the main person that's trying to come back when this stuff start hitting like it's supposed to hit, and God blows on it. I knew you get, and okay, God bless you. We still love you anyway. I'm gonna be real. I'm supposed to love. You're supposed to love everybody, so I still love you. God bless you. But I forgive you. I don't forget though, baby. I won't forget. Who you talking to? What you saying? Are you talking too much? On the flip side, what conversations are you a part of? Are you a part of conversations that, number one, ain't gonna do nothing for your well-being but piss you off? If you part of those conversations that every time somebody talking about something in the news, somebody talking about how dudes ain't good, how women ain't good, how being divided, it's gonna piss you off somewhere down the line. Should you be having that conversation? What are you feeding yourself? What are you taking in for yourself? Should you be having that conversation? Think about that. When it comes down to it, when you start to get to levels of where you start to see stuff show up in your life, and you know God promised you these things, and not only did he promise you, but he gave you the vision and you wrote it down and you can see it unfold in front of your eyes, you do not have time to waste on foolish stuff. That crap ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't none of my business. None of my business. None of my business. None of my business. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Not sorry. Because you have to know that your vision and your purpose is greater than minuscule conversations that ain't productive. It ain't productive. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So from going forward, the conversations that I have, they have to be productive. There has to be a special reason, or I have to know that your heart is in the right place for me not to have an unproductive conversation. If it's a conversation about nothing, I have to know that your heart is in the correct place. Because if it's not, I can't afford to allow that in my space of because of where God is taking me. It's too expensive. It's too expensive for your attention. It's too expensive for your peace. It's too expensive for your grace. It's too expensive for your oil. It's too expensive for your diligence. It's too expensive for your love, for your joy. All of them. It's too expensive. So don't waste your value on things that ain't gonna, no, we can't do that. So you have to be careful on the conversations that you're entertaining. You have to be conscious of the conversations that you're having. You have to be conscious of the words that you're speaking out of your mouth. What are you saying? You got to be careful. You got to be careful. If you a person that's, I ain't got no money in the bank, you ain't gonna have no money in the bank. You keep saying it. You word cursing yourself. Keep on. This is all I got for the rest of my life. And that's correct, because you continue to speak that out of your mouth. You got to speak those things as though they were. So me, I'm over here. Oh, I got $1 million in the bank. Oh, I got $500,000 in the bank. Yeah. Yep. It's on the way. I got $500,000 on the way. I got $10,000 on the way. I got $5,000 checks on the way. I got $100,000 checks on the way. My increase is on the way. It's on the way. It may not be currently in my hand as I look at the palm of my hand right now. It might not be right here in my hand, but it's on the way. That increase is going to follow Kim. That increase is going to track Kimberly D. Dine down. The Joy Chemist, the chief candle chemist of Pure Chemistry, is going to track her down. It's looking for her. It's coming. It's coming for me. Be careful with your words. Be careful when you wake up in the morning. Oh man, I just got a headache. I can't do this. I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like it is another one. Watch out for that one. Because if you continue to speak it, you ain't gonna feel like it. And you can't let your emotions dictate how you operate throughout your day. You cannot do it. Listen, that's another that might be another conversation. But you cannot let your emotions dictate how you operate. I am a full-time entrepreneur. And if I decided that I don't feel like getting up at 5, 6, 6:30 in the morning and I'm gonna sleep till 9 every day, then I'm gonna end up sleeping till 9 every day. But guess what? When Kim wakes up at 9 o'clock, she feels like the whole day is gone already because I done wasted time because I was asleep. Instead of getting up, doing what I'm supposed to do, praying, spending time with God, journaling so I can get anything off my chest I need to get off my chest. I'm gonna talk to God about it first. I'm gonna journal all that out, spend time with Him, and then get up and go on and do what I need to do. Be careful what you say out of your mouth. Be careful of the company that you keep. Be careful of the company and the company and the people that you entertain. You have to be careful. And even if it's not anybody directly in your space, be careful of the things that you're watching online. Be careful of the things that you scrolling and agreeing with on Facebook, on IG, on TikTok. Be careful the videos you watching on YouTube and all those other platforms. You got to be careful. You got to be more careful. You got to be careful. We got to be careful. And now listen, I'm the Joy Chemist, so there are times when I'm like, yo, this is heavy. It's a little heavy. Let me go on YouTube and find something I can laugh at. I got to get my minimum of 7 minutes in. Get your minimum of 7 minutes in to laugh. Because sometimes it's a lot of heavy moments out here. But you trying to be productive, you got to be careful. Be careful what you intake. Be careful who you let talk in your ear. Be careful who you tell your visions to. Be careful who you tell your dreams to, your ideas, your goals. Be careful. You just got to be careful. And get in community. Get into a community that can see what you see. And maybe if they don't see the whole picture, but they respect you and love you enough to keep pushing you until you get to your full picture and your full vision. Watch out for the community that you keep. It's important. You have to get in community. You have to get into a community that believes in you and believes in what you're doing. And they have to believe in those moments where you can't even believe for yourself. Because there are those days where you like, I don't even see this. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be doing. I had a moment like that before my events. I said, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be doing this. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if I'm supposed to do this. And what happened in my mentor group? Kim, you know you're supposed to be doing this. We had this conversation and I needed a reminder. And I'm like, oh, snap. That's right. We did have this conversation because this is bigger than me. And then I was like, all right, let's get back to the program. Let's get back into gear and what I'm supposed to be doing. That's important. Community is everything. Community is important. Find you a community that's gonna do that for you. And if you're looking for if you're a woman and you're looking for your purpose, or you're walking in your purpose and you need some support, or you need a community, feel free to join the community that I have built, Dope Divine Women Network. Me and my co-visionaries, we are working on some new things. We are going new places. We are about to get into some good stuff. But this was a group that was birthed in 2019. I just came out of a period of isolation and I was struggling. I knew I had a higher purpose. I knew there was things that I was supposed to do. I just didn't have anybody to support me to do it. And boom, God said, well, create your own table that you want to sit at instead of trying to sit at somebody else's table. So here we are. Oh, we're coming up on 4 years in March. I can't believe it. We're coming up on 4 years in March, and we just continue to evolve, and this is going to be something major. It's going to be something major. But if you need a community to be a part of, go ahead and go to Facebook and type in Dope Divine Women Network and come holler at us. We're also on Instagram. But if you want to follow, you can follow me on IG. You can follow The Joy Chemist, TheeJoykimist. Or you can also follow my business page, Pure Chemistry, PureKimistry. And send me a message and I can get you to the right place. But you can look up Dope Divine Women Network on Facebook and we'll get you right. We'll get you hooked up. For the life of me, I can't remember what the IG page is right now. So that goes to show that we gotta get that back in gear and get that up and going. But listen, I'm just out here doing what God say to do. So I don't really know what's going on. And I don't need to know. I just need to continue to yield to my yes and keep moving. And so, listen. I didn't know how that was going to go, but it came on now. Come on, God. Listen, you better show up. All right. See, now it's time for me to go because I'm trying to get on here and sing. All right, y'all. So again, follow me on Instagram. Follow the same on Facebook. And, follow on YouTube. YouTube is Pure Chemistry as well. If you're looking for a good, interesting, fun read with a little poetry shimmied in, go to Amazon.com and type in Reaction of Grace. You will see my book. It looks like the sky with butterflies on the front. Or you can also go to PureChemistry.com and under the shop tab, look a sister up. Get my book. You want to get my book. I talk about all different types of things. Forgiveness, losing my voice, but learning how to speak up, getting into my confidence, being bold and courageous, and anything in between. So, all right, I got to get out of here. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Until next time, you have been chemically balanced. Bye.